Hello, we got the patch notes for 1.0. Notice it's dated September 26th. It's the 24th today. So 1.0 isn't actually live. It's releasing Thursday, September 26th. I don't know if it's morning, afternoon, what time the actual downtime is going to occur. But the patch notes are out. I'll leave a link below to the patch notes if you want to check them out yourself, or you can go to playdauntless.com, go to the news tab, click it, patch notes, simple. Everything on their website is all right there in your face. And then you can look at all previous patch notes, right? All right. I'm curious, though, if this might be subject to change since they posted it so early. Anyways, though, there's some cool stuff in here. New to Dauntless. So we're getting the new weapon, which is the Aether Strikers. Here's a link to their blog on that, and then every YouTuber for Dauntless has covered the Aether Strikers. And then some of them have actually had early access to it also, so you can actually already look at some gameplay. The bounty system, here's the blog for that. A lot of us have covered that also. We've got videos that go over this stuff as well. New Dire Behemoth. So now we finally have Stormclaw available above Shock Patrols. Awesome, finally. Whenever they do this, they make a Dire version. They add it into Heroic. They usually don't make it to Heroic Plus, but they also come with new movesets and a complete almost rework, which is nice. Scrave and Shrike used to be almost the exact same owl. One was snow, one was not. Frost. So when they made Scrave a Dire version, Tempest? I can't remember the name. Anyways, not important. But when they added it in as a Dire version, they added it also into Heroic and Heroic Plus, but they reworked almost the whole thing. I don't see a complete rework on Stormclaw quite yet because it is unique, but there will be some new abilities and new stuff that it's going to be doing above Shock Patrol value. So at Dire, Heroic, and Heroic Plus, if it gets added into Heroic Plus. New Hunt Pass is also started on Thursday. This will be the Aether Unbound, A Way of the Fist. So it's all going to be monk-themed. Twin Suns Mastery, which is the exotic repeaters. So now there's going to be a mastery system. Skip scenes, you'll be able to skip cinematics. Aether Strikers quests. This will be something you have to do to get your Strikers. A Friendly Incursion. This is neat, and they don't give a timeline quite yet. Also new on the quest front is Friends Indeed. A limited time quest that challenges Slayers to hunt with their friends and earn exclusive dies. Be sure to complete it before time runs out. So hopefully this quest lasts through the whole Hunt Pass. So 35 days. Quality of life. Behemoth max health will now adjust if someone disconnects from your hunt. Nice. Nice. This adjustment also accounts for the Behemoth's current health, adjusting it according to the current percentage missed. Oh, so it'll also happen during the fight. That's cool. Broken Behemoth parts no longer have a chance to drop Hunt Pass experience. Instead, Slayers have a chance to find bounty tokens upon the successful completion of a hunt. Cool. Well, we knew that was coming if you've been following the bounty system coming out in a couple days. Added all heroic behemoths to... Oh, I missed that earlier. Added all heroic behemoths to Heroic Plus Patrol Queue. That's awesome. That's awesome. I hate it doing Heroic Pluses because there's nothing to do. There's like 5 behemoths. This should help patrolling Slayers who were consistently seeing the same behemoths. Yeah, it's completely boring. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad I waited. All my stuff's plus 10. I have a couple things higher, but everything's pretty much plus 10. That's cool. That's cool. Now we'll have fun doing Heroic Pluses. Removed the 0.5 second interaction delay that was built into crafting and gathering. Both of these actions should now go more quickly. Okay, because when I run through a string of flowers and it misses one, I wonder if this is why. I want my flowers. Reflecting a shock orb back at Stormclaw will now trigger an audio confirmation. The sweet sound of success. Cool. Graphics. Polished shrouds nearsighted visual effects. Reduce the intensity of water ripples for players who are stationary in water. I haven't showed that off in a while, but when they made the last, I don't know, a couple months ago, they added some water graphics, and if you stood still, it was just like, and I was like, I'm not even doing anything. The power. Anyways, silly. Added an entirely new armor hiding system that should prevent most clipping. There's a lot of clipping fixes in this update. Updated the loading screen for Aether Unbound. Adjusted the number of emotes so they play more accurately for Slayers using the feminine body type. Added new status effect icons for Valimir weapons, Hellion, and Molten buffs. And the Shell Shock stamina debuff. Cool, cool. I really wish they would just make an effort to make an independent icon for everything in the game in one update and not just tweak things little bits here and there and here and there. This is, remember, the official launch 1.0. Everything should have their own icon. And every RPG, you can look at an icon and know what it is. For people coming into your channels or whatever, watching YouTube videos of people playing games like World of Warcraft, you can look at the spells on screen and you can look at the buffs and the debuffs and you know exactly the specs and things that they're using. In this game, you get like a sword icon that counts towards like 5 different buffs. Like, I don't know what you... After playing for a while, I can narrow a lot of it down, but if you're still learning the game and you're looking up top, you don't know what half the... I have a buff. How did I get it? So hopefully, in the long run, we'll see more and more independent icons. Tweaked the lighting on the loadout screen, reducing the overwhelming brightness that appeared in some circumstances. Performance. Improved performance in Ramgate. They're always changing the performances. I really haven't seen a lot of improvements, but if they say it's improved, good. I just want more frames. I want more consistent frames. It stutters in Ramsgate and on the islands like crazy. So hopefully, eventually, with every improved update with the performance, hopefully, eventually, it'll become clean. Reduce the size of videos that play in Ramsgate. They will now load faster and take up less space. Removed ambient lighting from lanterns. This should improve performance in the short term while we look for a more lasting solution. Improve performance on Riftstalker portal spawns. Okay. Oh, I wonder if that's when he does his enrage and he does his teleport, because it's been really wonky. Improve performance on frost grenades. I haven't used grenades since I started playing. Improved performance in situations where a team member uses the Warpike Savage Wellspring special. Don't know what's going on there either. UI. Updated some quest text and NPC descriptions in order to improve accuracy. Previewing transmogs in the loadout screen will now display the name of the transmog you have highlighted. Improved consistency across all menus so that Slayers can see 1. How many reagents they need to craft items, and B. How many reagents they currently possess. Added new categories to the store so that Slayers can more quickly locate the items that they're looking for. Items that are on sale in the store will now show 1. A discount percentage, and 2. The regular non-sale price. This should help mitigate confusion about pricing. Improved exotic gear visibility in the crafting menu. Exotics will now stand out a bit more, making them more obvious to Slayers who may have missed the unlock notice. Actually, that does kind of make sense. Going back in time, I don't think I noticed when I got most of my exotics. The My Cells menu at the middleman will now show all cells, not just unequipped cells. Nice! Slayers will also get a new confirmation pop-up if they try to break down or upgrade a cell that is currently infused in gear. All schematic unlocks, consumables, weapon parts, mods, grenades, lanterns obtained via quests are now displayed under rewards in the quest UI. Updated the Elite Track bonus section of the Hunt Pass to make it clearer and easier to read. Repositioned flare and banner animations on both the Hunt Pass and personality screens, making them more visible. PC Slayers can now purchase loadout slots by clicking on them instead of pressing the buy button. Bug fixes. There's a lot. Again, if you want to go through all of these, there'll be a link in the description below. I'll kind of skim through a little bit of them here and leave them up on screen if you want to pause it. But basically, fixed a bug where players couldn't unintentionally climb on Hellion volcanoes. Mount St. Hellion is closed for the season. Oh, here's a good one. Fixed a bug where other players' collision could block your camera. This was driving me nuts, and I was trying to figure out what it was, and I thought it was the halo that the trial gods were getting, and I thought the halo was sucking my camera in, because if somebody ran by me, my camera would just instantly suck into my face. Fixed a bug where Stormclaw weapons, sword, chain blades, axe, and pike were not gaining meter as intended. Fixed a bug that caused the sword's Valiant Overdrive slicers to trigger an overly intense camera shake on impact with the Behemoth. Fixed a bug where the sword's Valiant Overdrive activation icon could appear in a half-lit, dim state if its dash was on cooldown when the meter expired. Fixed a bug that caused Scrave weapon mines to spawn directly on the ground instead of spreading out. Fixed a bug where players could stagger Boreas's bomber minions out of their death explosions. Yeah, this was something that happened like 3 updates ago. So I'm glad that they fixed this. Because essentially you want to knock them into Boreas and have them explode and cause more ice damage. Not ice damage, but damage against the ice shield. But let's be honest, most of us just tank and spank Boreas now that we can actually cause damage without having to get the minion debuffs. Fixed a bug where FOV changes would not apply until the next time a Slayer arrived in Ramsgate or embarked on a hunt. Again, like I said, a lot of graphical updates and clipping updates. Fixed a bug where especially robust facial hair could clip through Boreas' helmet. Beard grooming leveled up. Fixed a bunch of miscellaneous bugs with clipping and floating objects. I was always wondered if this was a bug. Fixed a bug where Reza's beams failed to penetrate its Radiant Jail. Slayers caught in Radiant Jails can now be damaged by these beams. I feel like I've been hit by a beam one time, and I thought that might have been a bug, because it does, yeah, when you're inside that ball, the dome, yeah. So now, yeah, the beams will hurt you inside the jail. Fixed a bug where Scrave was repositioning too often. Yeah, I knew I wasn't losing my mind when it was jumping all over the place. Hopefully they fix Ember Main. Because not Ember Main, but Bloodfire Ember Main is broken. Fixed a bug where Slayers who were down at the end of a hunt were not showing up at the end of the hunt screen. Fixed a bug that allowed Karabak's swarm to interrupt Slayers performing super armored attacks. I wish there was more clarification. I haven't seen anything in the game that says super armored. Or if I have, I've already forgot about it. That needs to be something that either has an icon next to the move itself, that needs to be in-game. Same thing like because they're talking about level 3 axe charge, right? So the resolve, nothing in the game talks about that. The only other place I've ever heard that stated is from Odo in his videos. And then obviously people in chat because they follow Odo or they watch his videos, or maybe it's something that was started on Reddit. But nowhere in the game did I find anything that's called a resolve attack. Little details, man. Especially when you're trying to learn the game. What if you don't use YouTube? What if you don't use Reddit? What if you're just playing the game? How are you supposed to know this kind of stuff? So super armored attacks. I wonder if this also counts towards, because, what was I doing? Something with chain blades the other day. I couldn't believe that when you do your backward flip to do your attack, the dashward attack or the downward, the swarm will interrupt that. It'll let you backflip, but you can't attack with the swarm. So I wonder if that's also has super armored attack values. I thought it was weird. Fixed a bug that caused banner and flare previews store a hunt pass to remain on screen even after moving to a new item. Oh, that's annoying. And again, just a bunch more graphic stuff. But here's one. Fixed a bug where the character model could stretch and distort when choosing randomize in the character creator. Balance changes. Nice. Stagger and Valimir will now clear all active drones and galaxy orbs. I thought this already happened. I was kind of complaining about this whole season update. This whole season. Because I thought that they already did this, but it clearly didn't work. Valimir's stagger thresholds have been gently increased to compensate for this change. Still good. Removed the damage threshold from Koshai's interrupt. Any attack made while it is interruptible should now interrupt it. When he climbs up in that tree root that spirals up into the air and he backs his butt up into the air and he's got the red lines, just tap him in the face. If you have a move that can boop, so a light attack with chain blades, get him, jump, pop, falls out of the tree. Good change. Scrave weapons that now all drop 1, 2, and 3 mines instead of sometimes dropping 2, 4, and 6. Mine damage has also been reduced to 300 from 600 in order to match the numbers reflected in the weapon descriptions. So, going back to Odo again, Odo was mentioning that he felt the mines were doing way more damage than intended, and it sounds like they were. Hammer, standard attacks, damage per hammer swing reduced by 30. 24 repeating uppercuts, or 25. Aether Slam, direct hit damage reduced to 400 from 450. Per AoE damage reduced to 150 from 175. All right, so slight hammer nerf. We all saw it coming. Let's be honest. I don't know how big of a nerf it really is. 400 from 450, 150 from 175. It needed to be... It's too powerful. Go look at the leaderboards every week in the group plays. What do the teams of 4 do? Hamas. Chain blades. Swinging blades and blade spin. Per hit damage from chain throw. Y. Portion of the attacks increased to 55 from... Oh, okay, so we got a slight buff on our attacks. Sword. Physical attacks X. Per hit damage increased by 10. 5 for repeating elements. Yeah, that's cool. Elemental attacks, Y. Per hit damage increased by 15. Ooh, sword got a buff. That's just everything. Okay. War Pike. Oh, what did they do? Piercing Flurry. Damage from the first 4 Piercing Flurry combos now scale from 100 to 150. Previously a flat 100. Per hit damage from the final held Piercing Flurry. This is the poke, jab, 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 jab. Combo increased to 75 from 60. The innate wound damage from this attack has been reduced by 10 to compensate for this change. Total wound increased. Okay, I don't know how wound damage correlates to the actual physical damage being applied, but what they're saying is even with the reduction on per hit wounded damage, with the increase of flat damage, we're still getting more wound damage out of the entire combo. So that's cool. So basically, with the damage increase, we were getting massive wounded damage increase, so they had to lower it. Aether Harvest. Damage from the big hit portion of the 3-hit Aether Harvest, Y, combos now scales from 130 to 200. Previously a flat 120. You know when it says scales, it's based on your meter gain. You do more damage when you have a full meter, FYI. Damage from the small hit portion of the 3 Aether Harvest, Y combos, now scales from 70 to 90. Previously 60, 60, 80. Okay. So War Pike got some damage buffs. Again, it shouldn't get a massive buff and start becoming the strongest weapon in the game because its main design is to wound. It does need some damage though, because in trying to get sub 3s with the War Pike is a headache. I didn't see any fixes for Ember Main. No! Should we look at the issue board really quick? Ember Main walk animation is a bit wonky while preparing for rush. It's not just that, and it's not Ember Main, it's Bloodfire Ember Main. Regular Ember Main works fine. Phoenix Labs, if you're listening, that's what it is. Go look at that. I don't know if you have looked into this, if you guys have figured it out. Maybe you have. Probably, you guys are smarter than me. But Ember Main is fine. I've shown this off a lot on stream. Ember Main is fine. It's the Bloodfire variants that are broken, and it's not just the walk. Yes, we make fun of him having elephantitis and tripping over his balls when he's trying to walk away, and then he dashes at you, almost teleports, and your reaction time. After you play the broken version for a while, you can get the timing down again, but it's wonky. But there's other things, too, that he does. Standing still, attacking wrong, like nothing. He'll go out and charge nothing. There's a lot more. So if you watch this tiny little channel, it's the Bloodfire variant to look at. I promise you. Anyways, that's it. Patch notes 1.0. I'm kind of upset, a little salty. I'm going to TwitchCon. I'm not going to be able to experience it day of. I got to wait Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'll be back on Monday night-ish. Yeah, I'll be back Monday night. So Monday night stream will be all new 1.0 content for those of you that swing by and want to hang out at the channel. We do group play, we do solo play, we do trials, we do theory crafting, we do myth busting, we do all kinds of goofy stuff on the channel. We make fun of each other, we listen to music. It's a good time. So twitch.tv/SlyGumbi between the late night hours of 8 p.m. till about 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I also have a Twitter where you can follow me for updates, postings, dad joke videos, corniness, cringe warning stuff, poop text, at SlyGumbi. We have a Discord channel. Link will be in the description below, along with a ton of other Dauntless links. And see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye now.